Hello everyone, this is Preeti Mishra. I am a maths educator and today I am here to explain first chapter of class 11th maths, that is sets. So let's find out what all content we will cover in this video today. First of all, we will have uses of sets in daily life. Then we will have introduction of sets. After that, we will discuss special sets of numbers. Then we will get to know about representation of sets. And at the last, we will have a pop quiz. So let's get started. So uses of sets in daily life. Always before studying any topic, we should know why it is kept in our syllabus, why we are studying this. So just you can clear it just by knowing uses of that topic in your daily life. So let's find out. It's the most relevant use I can tell you in our kitchen. Means kitchen is the most relevant example of sets which we are having in our daily life. Because your mom keeps always set of similar utensils at a place in kitchen. As you can see here, all the knives are kept in same block. All the spoons are in different block and all the forks are in different block. Means all these are showing sets of different utensils in our kitchen. After this, I can tell you another example, which is playlist in our mobile. We are arranging different playlists in our mobiles or laptops in the form of classical songs, old songs, new songs, and our favorite songs. So all these playlists are also a good example of sets which we are using in our daily life. After this, I can tell you another example is in shopping malls, we are having sets. How separate floors and sections in shopping malls, they devote to different items. Like departmental stores in most of the malls, they keep in basement area, and movie halls, food courts, these are placed in uppermost floor in most of the malls. So just by doing such arrangements, they are keeping stores in the form of sets on each floor, right? So shopping malls are also giving us examples of sets in our daily life. Another example I can give you, in your school bags, you are keeping your books and copies in different pockets in the form of sets, right? So books in the form of books and copies, even you are using sets in your daily life. Now let's start. What is a set? Basically, set is a collection of objects, but there is a difference between collection and sets. So here we have to explore that difference between these two terms in collection and sets. So we will make it more clear with the help of pictures. Here I am showing you, this is a basket which is containing various types of objects. There are all different objects are kept in this basket. Let's have another basket. This basket is having all yellow color flowers. Okay, let's have another basket. This basket is containing red apples only. So now if I ask you, can you find out any common property among all the objects which are kept in this first one basket? Because all these are different, so you are not able to find out any common property. So you will say, no, nothing I can find out. Now, if I ask for this second basket, which is the common property, then you can say all are yellow color and all are flower. And what about third one? So you will say They all are of red color and they all are apple. So these are the common property. So on the basis of this common property, I can say this first one is not a set. Second one, yes, it's a set. And third one, yes, this is also a set. So what you observed here, just we have to notice a common property within a collection. If we are able to find out any common property, any identity which all the objects are possessing, then on the basis of that, we can say this is a set. Okay, so what definition we will frame for set? Set is a well-defined collection of objects. Here the term well-defined is most important for this definition. Means the collection of objects should always possess some identical property or some common property on the basis of which we can say that this collection is a set. Got it? Let's have some examples of sets. Set of all states in India. We are having 28 states in our India, and all 28 states are having same common property that they belongs to the country India. That's why they all can be kept in the form of set. So this is a set. Next one, set of all students of class 11 of your school. Is this a set? Yes, this is a set because all the students of class 11 are having same identical property that they are of class 11 and they belongs to your school only. So these two common things they all students are having. So it is making a set here. Next one, if I am saying set of good students of class 11 of your school, is this a set? First of all, you just find out what is the difference between these two statements which I have given here. These two statements are differing just with this word, which is good. Only this word is making a huge difference between these two statements. Let's find out how it is making a huge difference, because when it comes about good, the best, most relevant, then this criteria of listing the elements is not well defined. Means criteria for determining about good, the best, most renowned will vary from person to person. Anyone from your class can write 5 names of good students for this set, but that names will differ from student to student. They will write the names as they per their liking of students. Okay, so when it comes to write a set on the basis of good, best, or most renowned, then that will be a collection only. That can't be a set because these words are not relevant to make a set. So it can't be a set, right? Now let's have another example. Here I am saying set of all members of your family. Yes, it's a set because all members of your family are having same identity, that they are belonging to the same family. So they all will make a set. Next example, set of all movies of Sushant Singh Rajput. Yes, it is a set because all movies are having same identity, that they are the movies of Sushant Singh Rajput. That's why they all will frame a set. So this will be a set. Now let's find out what kind of notation we can give for writing a set. So usually we denote a set by capital alphabets, capital A, capital B, capital C, and so on. And most of the times we use capital S also to write a set. And small alphabets, small a, b, c, d, all these represent elements of set. So if I consider a set A, then I will write it like A is equals to A, B, C, D. If A, B, C, D are the elements of this set, and elements we will write within the curly braces. So this is the way of notation, how we just give notation to a set. As there are 4 elements, so I will say this element A will belongs to set A, B is belonging to set A, and C is belonging to set A, as well as D is also belonging to set A. And there is no other element present in this set. So I will say E is not belonging to set A, F is not belonging to set A. Now, how we will write it in mathematical terms? So here you can see this is the symbol which we use to say belongs to, means A belongs to set capital A. This is the symbol which is saying belongs to. And here I am saying E does not belongs to set A. So this is the symbol which is saying that E does not belongs to set A. Only the difference between these two symbols belongs to, and here just the symbol of belongs to is get cutted by a line. So this is the representation of a set, notation for a set. Now we will get to know what all special sets we are having in numbers. So first one, we are having set of natural numbers. You all are knowing very well that all the numbers 1, 2, 3 up to infinity are known as natural numbers. We denote this set by capital N. After this, we are having the set of whole numbers. Set of whole numbers, we denote it by capital W, which is containing numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Basically, this is made up from the set natural numbers just by adding 0 in it. After this, we are having set of integers, which is denoted by capital Z. Integers, all the negative integers and all the positive integers along with 0 comes under this set. Next, we are having set of rational numbers. You know well what all are rational numbers we are having. The numbers of the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0, are known as rational numbers. We denote this set by Q, capital Q. After this, we are having set of irrational numbers. Set of irrational numbers we denote by QI. I we write in the suffix. So what all numbers are known as irrational numbers? Numbers which are not rational numbers are known as irrational numbers. Then we are having set of real numbers. Real numbers are denoted by capital R. So set of real numbers is R. At the last, we are having set of complex numbers, and we denote this set by capital C. Capital C is the notation for the set of complex numbers. Now let's find out about the representation of sets. Means how we can write a set. How many forms, how many ways we are having to write down a set. We are having 2 ways to write down a set. First one is roster or tabular form. Another one is set builder form. In roster or tabular form, we just write down all the elements as it is. Means we have to just list all the elements within the curly braces. So they will frame roster form. And in set builder form, what we need to do, we just have to write, means we have to mention that common property or that common identity of all the elements there on the basis of which they are making that set. So within the curly braces, we have to give the description of common property of elements there in the language form. Let's have some examples. First one example I have taken here of the vowels of English alphabets. We are knowing that we are having 5 vowels in our English alphabets: A, E, I, O, U. Here I have written all that alphabets as it is within the curly braces with the commas. And if you have to write this set in set builder form, then how you will write? Then you have to write in the form of language. Means you have to mention that identity of all these elements. So what is the common identity of all these elements? What is the common property of all these elements? That is that they all are vowels in English alphabet. So just we have to write it there within the curly braces for writing it in set builder form. Why we are writing here X such that X? Because we are generalizing all these elements here. We are not mentioning each and every element as it is in the set. We are giving its description in generalized form. So we need to mention here a variable which can take any value from these 5s, which can be A, which can be E, I, O, and U. Okay, so we will write X such that X is a vowel in English alphabet. Let's have another example. In this, I have taken 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on within curly braces. Means I have listed all the numbers here. So this is the tabular form of set. In order to write this set in the form of set builder form, what we need to do? We need to find out their common property. So just by observing carefully, you can find out all these numbers are odd numbers, odd natural numbers. Just you have to mention in generalized form within curly braces to frame set builder form. So I will write X such that X is an odd natural number. So this is making set builder form here. Let's have another example. Here is a set having elements 6, 7, 8, 9 up to 499. As all the elements are listed here, so this is written in roster form. And if I have to write it in set builder form, then I have to make it generalized. So X is such that X is an integer and X lies between 5 to 500. 5 and 500 are not a part of this set. That's why only the symbol less than we will consider here, less than equal to we will not take here. Okay, so this is the representation for this set in set builder form, right? Let's have some questions on the basis of which you can be more clear that it is written in the roster form or in the set builder form. So let's say first one, it's set A, X such that X is an integer and that integer is lying between -5 and 10. As it is written in language form, so it is a set builder form. If I ask you to write it in roster form, then very easily you can write it. Just write down all the numbers lying between -5 and 10. Means -4, -3, -2, and up to 9. You have to write each and every number there within curly braces. Next set we are having 1, 4, 9, 16 up to 100. This is a set in the form of tabular form or roster form. If I ask you to write it in the form of set builder form, then how you will write it? Means you need to identify the common property here. So just find out the common property. How you will check? Just with a deep observation you can find out. See here, the first element 1 is 1 square, 4 can be written as 2 square, 9 can be written as 3 square, 16 4 square, and up to at last 10 100 is 10 square. So here all the elements are a square of natural numbers starting from 1 to 10. So how you will write it? You can write it x such that x is equals to n square, where n is lying between 1 and 10, and n is taking value 1 and 10 also here. Notice this point here. 1 and 10 also we have to consider at the place of n. So this is the set builder form. Let's have another example. We are having another set C, x such that x is a natural number greater than 100. Just you have to list all the numbers which are greater than 100 in order to write it in roster form. So how you will write it? Just within curly braces, write 100, 101 and so on. Let's have next one. Next set is set D, 525, 125, 625. This is in roster form. How you will write it in set builder form? Observe the common property here. What is the common property? You can see easily it is 5 raised to the power 1, 5 raised to the power 2, 5 raised to the power 3 and 5 raised to the power 4. So I can write it x such that x is equals to 5 raised to the power n, where n is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. Because this is a finite set, it is not going up to infinity. So we have to mention here up to which number n can take value. So up to 4 only. So you need to mention here all the numbers for n. Only 4 elements are there, limited set this is. So you can write 4 numbers there. Let's have another one. Our next set E is equals to x such that x is a prime number which is divisor of 16. It is written in the form of set builder form. This is set builder form. And if I ask you, just write down this set in roster form, then how you will write it? You need to find out prime factors of 60. So what are the prime factors of 60? 2, 3 and 5. So you have to write 2, 3 and 5 within the curly braces. So this is giving you here you this set in the roster form. Next example is the set 2, 4, 6 and so on. This is going up to infinity. If I ask you to write it in set builder form, then you have to find out the common property, which is this is 2, this is 2 into 2, this is 2 into 3. So you can write easily x such that x is equals to 2 into n, where n is a natural number. And I am using here capital N just for the notation of natural numbers, which I have explained you in previous slide. After this, the last one example I am having the set G, which is containing elements 3, 6 and 9. All these are written in tabular form. If you have to write it in set builder form, how you will write it? Find out the common property. This is 3, 3 into 2, 3 into 3. So write down this only x is such that x is equals to 3 into n, where n is a natural number. So Just by writing this, you are framing this set in set builder form. So that's all about roster form and set builder form. Now let's have a pop quiz. So first question is, which of the following collections are set? So first is collection of novels written by Munshi Premchand. Now you have to find out, is this a set or not? Yes, this is a set because we can write down all the novels written by Munshi Premchand. Almost 10 novels he has written. So we can write down within the curly braces all the elements. That's why this collection of novels is a set. Next one is collection of good novels written by Munshi Premchand. Is this a set? I have explained you, whenever you are getting the term good, best, most renowned, these terms are not well-defined terms, so we are not able to make a set on this basis. That's why this is not a set. Next one is collection of all questions of this chapter of NCERT. Is this a set? Yes, because limited questions you are having in NCERT of this chapter. So all that can be framed in the form of a set. So this is a set. Yes. Collection of good hockey players of India. Again, this collection is based on the choice. Good. They are asking good, which we can't define. So once again, it will not be a set. Our next question is write set A is equals to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I have missed here to write down it within curly braces. Consider it yourself, please. In set builder form, means the question was, once again, I need to repeat, write set A is equals to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 in set builder form. It is written here. In roster form, you have to write it in set builder form. So you have to identify the common property. On the basis of that, you can write it. So how you will write? It is x such that x is equals to 3n, where n belongs to natural numbers. Right? This is the set builder form. Now the last question is write the set of all letters in the word mathematics in roster form. So how we will write? We just pick each and every letter, but once only. Means we can't repeat a letter while framing a set. So here many letters we are having in this word. So M, as you can see, M is coming twice in this word, but we will write here one time only. A is coming twice, T also coming twice, but we will write here these two letters again only one time. Then HEICS. Within curly braces, you have to write all these letters. This is making a set now. So this is the roster form of the letters of the word mathematics. So that's all for this video. For any query, you can ask me in the comment section. See you soon in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.